Potential doesn't pay the bills. Action does. Today, we're talking about why most people waste their potential and how you can make sure you're not one of them. Welcome back to Indomitable with Dom, the podcast for people who refuse to settle for surface level growth. Here's a hard truth. The graveyard is full of dreams, books that will never be read, businesses that will never open, love letters that will never be sent, all because follow through never happened. Not because God didn't give people the ability, but because they never finished what they started. In sales, wasted potential is the deal you could have closed, but didn't because you never called back. In life, it's the relationship that fell apart because you refused to have that hard conversation. In faith, it's knowing God nudged you to move, but you delayed it until the moment passed. Today, I'm going to show you why follow through is the real separator between the average and the exceptional, and why it matters for your results, your relationships, and your eternity. Most people don't fail because they're not talented enough. They fail because they don't finish. A Harvard Business Review study found that 92% of people fail to follow through on their goals. Not because they don't know what to do, but because they don't have a system for doing it consistently. Now think about this in sales. Studies shows that it takes at least 7 to 8 hours of meaningful interaction before someone fully trusts you. That's not one meeting. That's repeated follow through. And here's where faith brings it home. James 2:17 says, faith by itself, if not accompanied by action, is dead. You believe you're capable. You believe God called you. But if you never take the steps to finish what he started in you, you'll live your whole life short of what you were built for. Earlier in my career, I was the king of the almost. I'd have great conversations, strong pitches, solid rapport, and then nothing. No follow-up email, no phone call the next day. And I tell myself, well, if they're interested, they'll call me. I remember one deal in particular. It was a deal that would have landed me well into the six figures. And the first meeting went perfectly. We laughed, we talked family, and he even said, you know what, Dom, I think we're ready. But I got busy. I told myself I'll circle back after the weekend. Then Monday turned into Wednesday. Wednesday turned into Friday. And by the time I called, he had already signed with someone else. And that loss stung. It still stings. Not just financially, but personally. Because I realized they didn't choose the other guy because he was better. They chose him because I didn't follow through. From that day forward, I built a system. And I said, if I'll send that something, I sent it that day. I sent it before I left the parking lot. If I promised to call Friday, I called Friday at the time that I promised. And the shift was instant. My close rate went up, my clients stuck around longer, and my name started coming up in rooms that I had never stepped into. Here's the reality. In sales, potential gets you in the door. Follow through keeps you there. In life, potential starts the relationship, follow through deepens it. In faith, potential is knowing your calling, follow through is walking it out daily. Hard work without follow through is like planting seeds and never watering them. You can't pray for a harvest you refuse to tend. It's like joining a gym and going for a week and quitting. The benefit only comes when you keep showing up. Proverbs 12:24 says, diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. That's not just about farming. It's about ownership. Ownership of your work, your word, and your witness. So I want to give you 3 small but powerful actions to walk away with here. Number 1, calendar your commitments. Don't rely on memory. The minute you promise something, put it on the calendar with a deadline. Treat your promises as sacred appointments. Number 2, close the loop immediately. If you can do it now, do it now. Send the follow-up text before the meeting ends. Drop the recap email while the conversation is still fresh. Momentum dies fast. Number 3, build a God first filter. Before you say yes, ask, is this aligned with who God's calling me to be? If not, it's wasted motion. If it is, see it through like it's kingdom's work. Potential is a gift from God, but stewardship is how you honor it. If God gave you the glimpse, he expects you to build the map. Don't be the person that people remember as full of potential. Be the person they remember as faithful to your word, your work, and your calling. If this spoke to you, don't let another slip by without moving on what God put in you. Share this with someone who's sitting on a God-given dream they haven't acted on. Be on the lookout for your free guide, 7 Steps to Overcome Your Mind, and join a community of believers and high performers who don't just dream, they do. Until next time, keep growing, keep fighting, and stay indomitable.